Howdy, Possum Patty and the Soggy Bottom Bunch here, Yepers. Just doing a little stamping, working on my December daily. And in the spirit of no spend, shop the stash. Yes, I am using the Scribbly Birds. Yeah, Scribbly Birds, the Dina Wakley Media birds. I got at the flea market last summer. I love them. And I wanted to journal about putting out some food from the birds and all the birds that came when we had the snow. And so I'm going to do a little watercolor today. And I think because this is cold press paper, it's got a lot of texture to it. It's not smooth. So when you stamp it, you're going to get a little bit of that texture, which is fine. They're scribbly birds anyway, right? You don't get a lot of sharp detail. But I might go over some of those black lines with my Sakura glaze pen. My Sakura glaze pen, yes, it's dimensional and shiny and I love it. So I think that's what we're going to do today. Somehow I'm going to patch this so it fits in my journal because I had cut a little piece out here. And that little corner of the page is going to need some patching up. But I'm going to do that. I don't want to waste all that paper. And then I'm going to do a little watercolor play. I took pictures from that video I made about feeding the birds, and I'm going to put those in there too. It's a lot for one page. Well, we'll figure it out. And I also have that picture of Mr. Possum. Oh, here it is, that I haven't put in the journal yet, stringing up the lights. But yeah, there's always so much to do. I know the day goes by so quickly, doesn't it? It's like, oh, it's already dark out. I want to go in and have some play in my journal and make a video and visit with you all. And it seems like, am I making progress? I remember through the looking glass with Alice there. And she was talking, I think she was talking to the Red Queen. And she was saying something about going fast. Oh, so she was saying like at home, if you run really fast for a really long time, you generally get to someplace else. And the Red Queen was telling her that, no, in the place they were at, you had to make a big effort and run, just to stay in the same place. I just remember that from the book and maybe from the cartoon too, that Alice was running and really not getting anywhere, right? Do you feel like that some days you're running but not getting anywhere? Well, you know what? It's because I'm working on these journals and are they getting done? Not very quickly, but I think they are. Well, I can look at my shelf over there and say, well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. There's at least 22 journals that are completely chunked up and chock full of journaling. And when I say a journal's finished, I don't mean I made the journal. I mean, every single page has journaling on it. So I guess that's quite an accomplishment. I should give myself a pat on the back. Yes, and that's why I like them displayed right there on the shelf behind me because, to remind me I am making some progress, right? Even though it's the busy season and we're all rushing about doing whatever we can just to stay in the same place, like poor Allison through the looking glass. Yeah, well, I guess that's enough chat. Oh, let's do some journaling. Come on along. Okie dokie, between there and here, I just got an idea. I went over to the shelf and got some sparkly red paper. I think this is the kind I got at the Dollar Tree. And here's my idea. Let me get my journal. Put these aside for now. Let's see, this has got to go. This has got to go this way. Did I have another blank page? I was looking for the white pages to cover first. Oh, there's a white page. I thought I had another one back here. Maybe not. Could cover one of these pages. Oh, it's going to be such a tiny, tiny area, but I have an idea. I have an idea. And I wanted red sparkle, and there were no red sparkle scraps. So I guess I need to cut into a full sheet, which is going to leave me another piece of paper with a little corner missing. That's okay. Find a use for everything. I'm just going to trace the page and cut it out. Instead of patching it with a little piece of bird paper, and I can do that very easily like that, I decided that perhaps I would actually rip this, rip it more, kind of make like a jaggedy edge like that, like the page is ripped, so that you can see what's underneath. But I don't want that pink. I want a little bit of sparkly red under there. So I've got to cut a corner. I love that when I start journaling, I don't have an idea for everything, but once I get going, yes, then the ideas kind of come to me. So never sit back and say, well, I really don't have a lot of ideas today. I'm not going to journal. No, just get out the journal and start. Let those ideas just come to you. I guess I should make that edge straight. Make that edge straight. Well, I could just glue it on and then trim it off. I think I'll do that. That's the easy way. That's the easy way. Now, the only thing about this glitter paper is, well, it's from the Dollar Tree. It sheds a lot. And it's hard to glue down to the glitter side. So we will cross that bridge when we come to it. And then this will go on here. Like that. All right, it's a little wet. It's moving around, but that's okay. And this has to go down right there. I cut it a little short, as usual. Well, you know, sometimes I do that on purpose so I don't get a lot of bulk right there where the sewing is. So I could just say I did that on purpose. I almost want to rip that a little bit more. Make it jaggedy. Make it jaggedy. Okay, that's enough. Glue paper. This is cardstock. Yeah, this is cardstock. So I'm going to use my combo. My Elmer's Craft Bond Extra Strength Permanent. And just cover the paper with it and put a little extra tacky glue around the edges. Hold this down. So what are y'all doing today? I did some cleaning and some decorating. I've got that big shelf I didn't mean to put that much glue there. It just kind of globbed out by the dining table that I like to decorate for the seasons. And I put away the fall decorations, and I took out some seasonal winter Christmas things. Well, I hope that stays down. I'm just going to erase some of that pencil line. Here, I love it. Okay, so here's Possum Patty's solution for if you really want to use that paper on your journal page, but it's not going to fit because you ripped off a little piece of the corner of the page. Just rip it more and put a contrasting color underneath. I don't think I've ever done this before. Okay, moving on. All right, so this is going to dry. Okay. Ta-da! Okay, I have to paint, so I need to get out a Bob Ross Happy Little Tree Mint to help with my creativity. Would you like one? Go ahead, pass it around. Move some more things. Oh, you know what? I have to go out in the other room and get my water. Give my colors a spritz. And get a towel. Excuse my reach. Thank you, Ollie. Pull up my sleeves a little bit. And where's my brush? Okay, now let's see. Most of the birds that came to the feeder were cowbirds, and the male is black with a bronze head. Ooh. Oh no, it's the morning dove o'clock already. See, I'm telling you, the time just flies by. And the females are just like variegated brown. I might want to use this tan. I have to get that green off of there because birds were definitely not green. Okay, let me just take a little of that green off of there. So let's do, there were way more females than males. So let's make one of these a male, one of these a female. No. All right, this guy looks bossy. Let's make him the male. Let's make him the male. So I'm going to do a little ochre here. And since these are sketchy birds, they're going to get some sketchy paint. Just fun painting, not detail painting, just fun painting. I'm going to start with a lighter color layer and then hopefully have that kind of show through a little bit. I don't have to worry about going over the lines because I'm going to cut them out. Although, you know what? I might want to leave a little white space around when I cut them out. Okay, and he did not have any light color, so we'll make his light color more of a brown and just give him a little beginning coat, and then we'll let him dry. Just a quick shot with the heat tool, and we'll move on to the next color. Okay, so we got a light color, a reddish color, a burnt sienna color, and a dark color to work with. Okay, so I'm going to take this reddish burnt sienna and Darken it up a little. Too much. Too much, too much. There, that's a pretty brown right there. And we're going to, take a little bit of the darker color. You know what? I'm going to wait for that to dry. I'm going to make some streaks. It's funny because it was almost like the females had, that camouflage color, which is supposed to protect them while they're sitting on the nest. But the funny thing about cowbirds are they don't sit on the nest. No, they're nest parasites. They lay their eggs in the nest of other birds and just walk away. Say, okay, there's my baby. Take care of them. Yeah, they don't they don't they believe in full-time daycare, right? Let the nanny do it. Let the nanny do it. I want to add some more dark to that, but I'm going to let that dry a little bit. And let's see. So we'll just do this bird over here. And I'll just put some color on this little lady here. Yeah, the story of the cowbirds always reminds me of, what is that? Horton hatches an egg. Daisy bird gets the elephant to sit on her egg, and then she flies away on vacation because she's tired of sitting on the egg. That's exactly what the cowbirds do. Yeah. They lay an egg in the nest and let the other bird do all the feeding, do all the care. And I got one more here. And make this a little lighter there. This guy needs a darker body. And a reddish brown head. So let's see. Oh, we can mix this, right? Oh, yes. Maybe with a little touch of that. Make it a little darker. And there's the second layer. Oh, I love how that's running down on his chest. But they don't have any red down there. Mixing up a little darker color here. Kind of watery. This is kind of like a messy watercolor style, yeah. Just kind of leaving spaces. I'm getting hard lines and soft lines and just having a play here. I'm going to put a little dark on the beak. On his eye like that. Oh, he's looking very handsome right now. Now I need some more darker brown. Oh, that's not too bad. I want to put I'll put some dark under the wing there. I love coloring in stamps with watercolor. Well, I like to do it with markers too. Put a little of that dark color on the beak, on the eye. Oh, I love that one. She's coming out beauteous. Where am I? Okay, now I got to do the same thing with this one. Yeah, I know. I turned my paper round and round. Turn my paper round and round. They were putting a darker color under the wing to provide some contrast so that the wing pops out a little bit and looks a little three-dimensional. And you could put a little more color up there if you want. And you can add a little brighter color down here. And maybe put a little dark up top of the head like I did with the other one. A little dark on the beak. Oh, those are really fun. I'm having a good time here. Yes, I'm having a good play. I know, I was talking about how I was getting into the mood to do some painting just as I was getting to the end of switching over from the October/November journal to the December journal. And I know I have to go back and finish the other journal. But I'll just keep journaling and journaling. Okay, she's looking good. I got to give her an eye and a beak. And a little shadow under the wing. And then this guy over here, this one almost looks like the house wren that lives in the yard. It's got that little perky tail going there. I did see the wren today, out and about in the snow. Just kind of blobby back here. Kind of blobby with all this dark, but it was dark. Lift some of that up a little bit. Just put a little water and give it a little dab. All right. Let me show you. Whoops. Let me show you part I love. See this? See all these layers of color right there? Look at that. That's my fave part right there. And you can see right there. And this bird's not dry yet. It's got a few hard edges over here, some soft edges in there. And then the guy, well, he's still drying now. But I lifted a little color from the sides. All right, I'm going to dry these and play with my Sakura. Now, do you say Sakura or Sakura? Now, my piano teacher says Sakura, Japanese for cherry blossom, but I've always called the pen Sakura. So I don't know which one it is. Now, my piano teacher, she's not Japanese. She doesn't speak Japanese. There just happens to be a song in the book called, what she says, Sakura. So, yeah. Glaze, black. Love these pens. See, the top of the head's very scribbly. Let's see. Trying to see where the black lines are. Okay, one over here. Color the eye. This works really nicely for eyes. Makes them so lifelike. I could do just a little scribble like that, right? And then there's a little line on the beak. And a little scribble back there. Now you can see the difference. without the pen and with the pen. So I'm just going to go ahead and, you know, trace lines. Trace lines. Okay, this bird is this bird. I don't know why, but she's got a scribble here. And on the wing. And on the tail. Now this is very shiny and a little dimensional, and you don't want to touch it right away. It dries quickly, you just don't want to touch it right away. But I'm going to go ahead and work on the first bird that I did, which was this one. I think this is my fave. I think I want to put a little bit more pen on the tail. There's a big scribble here, right there. I think that's my fave. That's my fave. Okay, a couple more to do. The watercolors I used today are the Paul Rubens, and I can link that below. And that was a product review I did. They sent me the watercolors to try out. So I've been playing with them. Not expensive. Oh my, look at the time. Oh my, I can't believe I spent all this time just having a painty play. Well, that's okay. I've got my background glued down. And I've got some birds made. I've got pictures printed out and I've got birds made. And there's the boss man up there. That's the boss man. Oh, this is going to be super fun. Yes. Well, I enjoyed that. Yes, I did. Well, I hope my little painty play inspired you to get out some watercolors. Yes. Yeah, that was fun. Thanks for coming along today and happy junk journaling. Bye-bye.